Hello there, people of the internet. It's currently like 8 a.m. in the morning or something like that, and I'm on a whiskey field bender, and it's the kind of whiskey that you find in the fancy crystal glass bottle things that has the fancy stuff all over it. And I figure, it would be a really good time right now checking out the cheapest guitar that I could possibly find because I am as broke as I have ever been right now. So I went on eBay and I looked up electric guitars, right? And whenever I looked up electric guitars, I went over to the little preferences area and I went price and shipping cheapest, and I got literally the cheapest guitar I could find. I spent probably around $50 on this thing. So very, 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 very cheap guitar. This is an electric guitar. From the pictures I was shown, it had two humbuckers and a single coil on it, so we might have a halfway decent guitar, assuming that everything pans out okay and the guitar isn't actually broken. At $50, I'm expecting this thing to not be set up at all. Also, I have no idea if we're actually going to be able to hear the guitar on this video. If we can't, I'll do a follow-up video on it. We'll just do this as an unboxing. But this right here is the amp that I'm using because I don't have my regular amp with me. And I found this in the garage of the house that I'm currently staying at. I have absolutely zero idea if it works. I plugged it in and, well, there's a light on it and the light does not come on. So I'm hoping that whenever I plug the guitar into the amp, then it'll end up coming on. Maybe it's got some sort of feature in there to where it won't actually turn on unless something's plugged into it. I have no idea, so we're going to play that one by ear. But what we're going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and cut open this box, and we're going to have a look at the guitar inside. I really hope that amp works because, boy, I would love to play this thing today. So I'm just going to cut this open right now. Alright. Oh, interesting. Normally, whenever I get boxes in the mail like this, it'll have like a smaller guitar box on the inside. That was not the case with this. The guitar is literally just sitting inside of the actual shipping box itself. And it looks like the shipper was a little rough because we got some pretty gnarly indentations from the guitar here. Let's have a look at it, see if anything's broken, shall we? So this is actually a funny story with this guitar, since I like telling stories about my guitars on this channel. This guitar I actually had like the worst time getting, like ever. Since I'm not currently at my normal filming location, whenever I ordered this guitar, I tried having it sent here, and then for whatever reason, eBay decided to go ahead and send it to my original home address, which is about 5 hours away. So I was like, no, don't do that. Let's get it sent here. So I ended up contacting the seller, and they didn't give me any kind of response, and that's about to be expected. I'm sure this is just some warehouse somewhere that's shipping these out, and that's why they can sell them so cheaply. So eventually this thing does end up getting to my home address that's like 5 hours away, so I gotta convince family members to get this shipped down to me, and I end up convincing my father to do it. My father has no idea how to look up things or do anything apparently, because whenever it came to the zip code, he had the address right, but he couldn't get the zip code, despite the fact that a quick Google search of the address would give you the zip code. So I'm doing something, I can't remember what, and I go back to my phone and got like 5 missed phone calls from this guy, and then he's asking hey, do you want a signature for the thing? I'm like, no, don't give me a signature for the damn guitar, just leave it on the front porch. But anyway, I got the guitar. It was an absolute nightmare to get my hands on. And not from the fault of the seller, but just the fault of the mail system here in the US. So, it is sitting, actually I will pick this up and show you guys right here. It is sitting just like that in the box. Wonderful. Obviously, I'm sure you guys can see that it is a black guitar. I wanted to get a black guitar as opposed to some of the other colors because the black was the cheapest thing. I wanted to get literally the cheapest guitar that I could find. Okay, first thing I'm noticing, this is extremely lightweight. Probably made of basswood or logwood or something like that. Let's open her up, shall we? We do have the generic guitar cellophane, and that's what I'm going to call it. I know it's not cellophane. But the what would you call this? It's like guitar packing foam. It's like a guitar packing sleeve, I guess. Well, I was going to pull it out that way, but I'll just pull it out this way. Okay, and this is what we are dealing with. So, obviously modeled after a Stratocaster, Telecaster hybrid thing. It's got like the body of a Telecaster, and it's a strange combination. It really is a strange combination of the two things. But I like it. No pick guard on it. It really does look quite sleek, honestly. The knobs, those turn, they feel like they would work. Wonderful. 5-way selector switch, as to be expected. I don't have a sound gate or anything like that, which is one of the reasons why I was happy I got humbuckers, so I can try to get rid of as much hum as possible, but I'm not sure exactly how well these things are going to sound. So, no name on the guitar whatsoever, non-branded everything. This right here is as bass simple as a guitar as you can get. No names, no brands, no anything like that. Tuners, these are obviously not locking tuners. They feel alright. I don't feel any real significant grit on them so far. Yeah, alright, sweet. So that feels okay-ish. Well, I'll be damned. So looking at the guitar itself, it actually does look like we have a little bit of a setup on this thing. We'll see how set up it actually is. But if we look at the bridge, we can see that we have stair stepping on the bridge, which is an indication of a guitar that has been put in proper intonation. I have no idea if that was just done for aesthetic reasons or not. But I'm also noticing that the bridge itself has different heights on those pegs. And so as a result of that, that tells me that somebody went through and they got the best that they could with this thing. Now, the actual height of the strings, those are pretty high. I'm probably going to have to adjust those down, and that's about what I was expecting from this thing. I don't expect it to be in tune. No, not even close to in tune. And with the way that the bridge is kind of like rainbowed out, it feels very strange plucking those strings, because I'm plucking 2 strings normally, and then 2 strings are really high, and then the next 2 strings feel like really low. So let's have a look if we have any tools to be able to adjust that thing a little bit. But before we go adjusting that, we'll plug it in to this amp and see if this amp even works. And if it doesn't, then I'll get myself another amp for this filming location, even though I don't have the money to do so. Alright, comes with a gig bag. That's also to be expected. Basically, all of your even cheapest of the cheap guitars are going to come with some sort of protected carrying case, and that is one of them right there. Alright, this is what I'm interested in. We got ourselves our little accessory pack. So, we have our wire, which is good, because I literally do not have anything here for guitars. So this is what we're going to be using for this amp to see if it even functions. Whammy bar, because this does have a trem system inside of it. We got ourselves one single guitar pick. I actually have an acoustic guitar here, and I bought one of those 100 packs of guitar picks. This one right here is way, way, way too thick. I mean, for a beginner, this would probably be okay, but that is just astronomically thick. Dare I say it is dummy thick. So this guitar is actually different looking than the one that I actually purchased online. The one I purchased online, the output jack, actually had, well, it was embedded on the body of the guitar up here on the face, whereas this one right here is on the side of the body. And I mean, that's really not that big of a deal. It's just one of those things that I'm noticing. Personally, I kind of prefer it like this. It gives it much more of a sleek look without having that hole there. Alright, let's plug this in here. That didn't feel very solid. And let's plug this in here and see if this amp works. Do you turn on? Hello? No. It does not look like our amp is functional. Okay, that's fine. I will have to get myself an amp then. That's okay. That would give me time to set up this guitar, because it would be uncomfortable and difficult to play it as is. So this right here is just going to be the unboxing video. I noticed on the tuners we have those little plastic things that are on the back of the tuners. I guess they just kind of like protect it a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and peel those off. Probably take me a minute. I like how I have a finite amount of record time and I'm wasting some of that time peeling these things off in silence, because I guess that's just what I do nowadays. Alright, I'm willing to bet that the installation of the whammy bar and playing with the whammy bar on this guitar is probably going to completely destroy the tuning, so I don't foresee myself doing it. But just for kicks, let's put the whammy bar on and play with the trem system and see just how it feels. Not necessarily how it sounds, because I don't have an amp apparently, but how it feels. Oh, that is crunchy and gritty. Ah, that's nice. That's about what you would expect from a $50 guitar. Listen to those crunches. Wonderful. And I'm willing to bet that's in a completely different spot than it was before, so tuning it wouldn't have mattered. It's not tuned anyway, but let's take a listen. Oh god, even though it's not tuned, I can hear the significant difference in those strings. I'm willing to bet that that trem system has probably never been messed with, and it was probably sitting like embedded inside the actual finish on the guitar, like the painted lacquer. And so as a result of that, I'm sure it's got some settling wear and whatnot inside of it. So I don't foresee me using the trem system on this, but whenever we actually play the thing, we'll give it a try. There is literally no words of any kind, no branding, no manufacturing stamps, no anything on this guitar. And I'll be honest, I kind of prefer that. Alright, we got one last accessory here. This is a guitar sling. It looks like the cheapest possible one that they could get. And some silica packs. Oh, that'll be nice. So, cheapo guitar sling. Wow, this really is. This really is like the cheapest of the cheap guitar sling. Oh my god. Okay. Well, here was our unboxing video. I guess I'm gonna see if I can figure out why this thing isn't working. Maybe I can get in there and get something functioning properly. Oh well, I reckon I will mess around with this thing later. It's covered in rust. It's clearly gotten wet in its day. I think I might just be better off getting myself a new amp versus trying to mess with that one. So, thanks for watching, folks. This right here is what we got on this episode, I guess. Just the unboxing of the cheapest guitar. I will go ahead and do a playing demo for you guys later. One of the reasons that I was so excited for this guitar was that it said it came with an extra set of strings, but there is no extra set of strings inside of this pack. Let me just double check this thing right here. A little pouch on this thing. Nope, nothing inside of there. This did not come with the extra strings that it said it would, so okay, I guess we will have to pick this up whenever I get myself something to make sound with. The finish on this is very not great, but that's what you would expect from a guitar of this price point. If we look inside of our little 5-way selector switch right here, I doubt it'll pop up on camera, but you can really see that the finish is not very well done in there. Alright, thanks for watching, folks. Appreciate your time. Like, subscribe, share. Description below has absolutely nothing because that is something for my main channel. And I will see you guys on the next episode.